how do you get better as a software developer? You can read books on new languages, frameworks, and technologies. You can take classes with a teacher, or take a self-directed class on the internet. You can volunteer on a community project. You can get a job doing something new, learning really fast because your paycheck depends on it. You can make a side project to try out your skills on something personal and functional. It's the side project route I want to expand upon. I've been using an approach to make digging deep into new technologies easier, since the hardest part of a side project will have already been solved for you. What would you build that is unique to your needs? What aspects of existing services or tools do you not like? When I used to make comics, the tool that I wanted automates the conversion of Inkscape artwork into files for printing as PDFs and for publishing on the web. Converting for the web was easy, but converting for printing, especially for multiple print destinations, can require a lot of manual setup work. It was when I rebuilt this tool for the first time that I stumbled upon an approach I compare to owning a small, useful ship. Imagine a ship. The ship does one thing. It takes you to and from the grocery store every few days. It's got 3 parts to it: the hull, the grocery storage, and the propulsion system. You can swap out the different parts of the ship to your heart's content, as long as it can still make it to and from the grocery store. If you're working with a web application, for example, you can swap out a SQLite database for Postgres, and then swap out a React-based front-end framework with Vue, and then switch the back-end from Ruby to Python, all while preserving the same functionality. My comic processor had 2 parts: a script that managed the files and output configuration, and the various command line tools that processed the images. The script started in Ruby, and I rewrote it in Python, and JavaScript, and Clojure, and even Makefiles. I also swapped out the various tools I used when I wanted to improve print file sizes or perform other post-processing. Since I knew what the output should be, all I had to do was learn enough of the new language or tool to get that same output each time. It works best if your side project is small. It's very easy to throw everything in the kitchen sink into a side project. Just don't be surprised when you keep putting off rebuilding it for months and months. Don't ignore the non-coding aspects of a project either. Packaging and deploying a project are just as important as making the project, and those are pieces you can swap out too. So when you want to learn a new language or framework or whatever, get those books and take those classes to get the basics down, then take a side project you're actively using and redo an aspect of it. And keep doing this over and over and over again. Keep that small useful ship running for a long time, and you'll reap some amazing benefits. What personal side projects do you use regularly? What part would you swap out with something else? Leave a comment below and help inspire other developers on their own side project journey.